Hello and welcome to the preview show from RamsTV. It's Valentine's Day, so naturally we're getting ready to see Derby County take on Lincoln City. The Rams looking to close the gap to the League One leaders tonight. Everyone in action. Plymouth went back to the top of the table on Saturday. They're away at Oxford United tonight. Sheffield Wednesday are at home to Morecambe. Ipswich make the trip to Bristol Rovers. Bolton, who edged above Derby at the weekend, host MK Dons. And we'll take a look at the league table a little later. First, let's hear from the Derby camp. It had been a while since Derby had lost in the league. 113 days to be precise before Saturday's defeat at Wycombe. Here's Cory Smith's assessment of what went wrong.
Just conceded to a bit too many goals, we haven't really conceded that many in the league for a long time. Guess if you score 2 goals away for us, we expect to get a result. Couple deflections failed our way, and listen, it's a tough place to go. It's football, you're not going to win every single game. We've been on an amazing run, we still are on an amazing run, and we want to continue to build. Just one loss, we've got 2 home games coming up, so it's just straight on to the next.
You never want to lose a game, obviously. Do you hope that this might help you refocus a little bit?
I don't think we need to refocus. I think we was focused, to be honest. It's a tough game, tough place to go. And unfortunately, they got the better of us in the end. So I don't think it's a case of refocusing. I do think the boys have been really focused, and you don't have a run like we have if you haven't been focused. And we've got our goals and what we want to do in our mind. And one loss can't knock you off track. You know what I mean? There's a lot of games to go, and luckily for us, we've got another game to bounce back straight away.
Yeah, and look, you played in a lot of successful teams. You've won a lot of promotions. We talked about it before. I'm sure that in every one of those seasons there were setbacks, weren't there? Yeah,
100%. I don't think anyone's won a season where they've literally won every single game. Obviously, Arsenal Invincibles didn't lose a game, but that goes down in history. Do you know what I mean? So
and that's exactly right, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So it happens, and it's just about how you react. There's always different things that happen, different occasions. To be fair to Wycombe, I think the gaffer said they won 14 out of 15 at home. It's not an easy place to go, do you know what I mean? So it's just one of them. They got the better of us on the day, and it's on to the next. So this happens, and we're ready to put it right on Tuesday.
We talked last time about your extended and ongoing run at right back in the side. You still enjoying it?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. Still learning and getting used to certain things, but I'm enjoying it. I'm playing regular football, doing my best for the team, and obviously we didn't sign anyone at right back in Jan, so obviously I'll be looked to be used there for probably the rest of the season. Obviously we have got a couple other players that can play there as well, but I'll be seen as an option there. So I'll just keep giving it my best.
Did the manager sort of address that with you at all? The fact that a right back didn't come in, or does it?
Yeah, we did have a little talk. Obviously, Birdie's injury kind of came into it. And I'm not going to say the gaffer's plans, but we had a little discussion, and this is where we're at, and we've been on an amazing run. I'm enjoying playing every week, and I just want to carry on playing football and try and win games and get this club promoted.
It's a bit of a compliment, isn't it? The fact that there wasn't anyone better for the job than you.
Yeah, I mean, obviously it's nice to know that he was finding it quite hard to find someone that he thought was kind of better in that position. So if he's happy with me and my teammates are happy, the fans are happy, I'll continue to give my best now.
Cory Smith there, more from him in Matchday Live from 7:15 on RamsTV tonight. Remember, we are available worldwide this evening, including in the UK. Get your Game Pass now at dcfc.com.
One defeat doesn't define your season. They've been consistent over, 15, 20 games now. I mean, since Paul's come in, they've been phenomenal. I've seen them at Bolton away over the Christmas period. Incredible manager. 3 promotions in his last 6 years, phenomenal. Well respected in the game. I know a lot of players at Derby personally. Great club. I was super impressed when we played them here, and although we won the game, I thought they've got some real good players. We had to be at our best. So, if there's a team you probably wouldn't pick right now, it would be Derby. But I don't think at any point in the season, whoever we were pitted against, I've always been super confident at any given day when they're playing against Lincoln, they'll be thinking, guys, we're going to have to be at it to beat us. And I believe tomorrow will be the same. We're going to Derby with a view of winning a game of football, not trying to get out and scrape a draw. We're going to win a game for sure.
Hi, Mark. You've just mentioned the amount of goals and the attacking output Derby have had recently. Is it unrealistic to think you can go blow to blow with them in terms of attacking?
I wouldn't say it's unrealistic, no. But we always have a game plan in any game, and every game is different. So we look at Derby in where we feel their strengths are, and we might need to be tight, and where we feel their weaknesses are. So every game is completely different. But I keep saying there's a huge focus has to be on ourselves. We've never had a game plan where it's been 70, 80% around the opposition. Tomorrow will be no different. But we always look at things, strengths and weaknesses, where we need to maybe tidy up, brush up, or where we feel we can exploit other things. But one thing they do have is firepower. I mean, look, the flip side of that is when you look at their defeats this year, they're one of the hardest teams to beat in the league. So I understand you talk about the firepower. They've won a hell of a lot of games recently, scored a lot of goals. But they lose very, very few games. And the games they've lost this year have evidenced that.
The defensive side of your team has been a real plus this season. How confident are you that you can go there and stand there, attacking flow, and put in a real good defensive performance?
No confident that I would be in any of the game. No confident, as confident as I was when we went to MK Dons a few weeks ago and they were in the bottom half of the table. As confident we were when we played Cambridge. We don't go into any particular game thinking, well, we'll definitely keep a clean sheet today or tomorrow will be harder. We've got huge confidence in what we do, and the reason I say that is the work that we've done to keep clean sheets. Like, we're 7 months down the line. It's not like we've been together for a week. It's a constant. But it also doesn't mean that you're going to go out and be guaranteed a clean sheet. We've had 4 in the last 4 games, but one of the things I was concerned about in the previous games, although we weren't losing games, we conceded, the odd goal here and there. So there's nothing to say that we won't keep a clean sheet tomorrow, and there's nothing to say that Derby won't score a goal. But we'll be well prepared.
Lincoln manager Mark Kennedy there. Well, Lincoln have indeed kept clean sheets in their last 4 games, including Saturday's win over Bristol Rovers. They have one of the better defences in League One. They're also the division's draw specialists. They've drawn 13 of their 28 games this season. Lincoln have also never won at Derby in the league. In fact, they've lost every single league visit to the city. Their last visit here in the league ended in a 7-0 victory for the Rams. I'm sure that Paul Warne would absolutely love a repeat of that scoreline tonight. The Derby head coach says he's already put the disappointment of Saturday's defeat at Wycombe firmly behind him.
I think after the game, I just thanked the lads for their efforts, told them to sulk for 30 minutes. No one sulks more than me. And then let it go and just enjoy your day off, and then we'll come in Monday and show you stuff. So I didn't want to get, in the heat of the moment, you're going, oh, this happened. Unless you watch the game back, no one knows. Even I'm not saying I'm like but where I stand, I see everything. I didn't hand up on the corner that Wingy scored, and I've had Wingy. I didn't notice that he was outside the box. There wasn't any indication from us on the bench, so I can't criticise the lads not noticing. They were all doing their jobs, and in fairness, it was well worked. So I think we try not to give feedback emotionally, hence why in the world we live in, people are emotional on Twitter because it's instant, isn't it? Instant, oh, I'm not happy with this, or I'm really happy with that. So I watched it back, and I was showing some of the players today, some of the great stuff they done. Like one of my players Colo ran the length of the pitch once to defend something as a number 9 has got nothing to do with him. So there's some really good things in it, and you just have to watch the game back objectively and take your bias out of it and think, right, what have we done well here? And there's some parts of our play was unbelievable. There's some parts of our play that obviously we need to help the lads with, and that's what we try and do. We try and ask them to drop their egos, come in. I show them a clip, like, what do you think we see as coaching staff here? Well, we should have been a bit deeper on the fullback. Yeah, we should have been. And it's a constant thing. So, and I think I can detract the performance from the result. And you're right, we get judged on results. So everyone sees Derby losing 3-2 at Wycombe. Wycombe are probably the best home team in the league. So I still want to win. But everyone sees that as like, we lost the game. But it was a lot closer than that. I'm not saying possibly we've done enough to win it, but I don't think we should have lost it either.
Has it given you a bit more to think about in terms of the team that you pick on Tuesday night?
Yeah, it always does, really. I mean, I like to pretend but of course it does. And obviously we need to get back to winning ways. I've got a couple of ways I can go, obviously, and I don't want to tell the opposition everything, but, I can change the wide players. I can play a sitter and not 2-9, so to speak. There's different ways to play, and there's, the way I probably go in the next 2 games will be completely different. So I might go, make changes for tomorrow night or not. And do the other thing for Saturday. And this is the thing now, and this is why one of my jobs is to motivate everybody in the group, not just the 11. They're not the superstars, it's like all 20 of them, because over the next few weeks all of them will play more and more minutes. So it's about the ones on the periphery of the team being motivated and being ready to play, and being fair on the ones who are in the team. Like, if they're playing really well, they should keep their jersey in equal measure.
You're back at Pride Park on Tuesday night, and you've been fantastic at home. How do you make sure that keeps going?
I don't know, really. It's a good question. Again, I don't know why you're coming out with better questions. I don't know what's up with you. It's a good question. I don't know. We just try and keep the same processes, right? So we try and keep the same things which have got us success over recent months. We, try and keep sincere and honest with the lads. We try and show them the opposition. We try and... However, it's the lads who walk over the white line. I can't guarantee any fan watching this that we're going to turn up and be great. We could be absolutely honking. I don't know. But all I do know is that hopefully the lads give everything they can give, and when we need to make changes, we will. But I fancy us against any team in this league, home or away. So we have been good at home. However, it's a completely new game. What's gone before has gone before. We have to compete against a good Lincoln team who have won 2 on the spin, who want to play, who will enjoy playing on our pitch, and as all teams do when they come here, want to spoil our home form. So we're going to have to be at our very best. But yeah, everything's trying to be the same. Don't change a lot. Try and be consistent with your messaging to the lads, and wish him luck.
Injury-wise, everyone all right?
Yeah, I think so. I'm trying to make up a better answer. I don't think there's any issues. I just think I've had everyone out on the pitch who played Saturday. The starting 11 haven't done as much, and the remainder are doing a 5-0. So I think I've got no dramas.
And there is Paul Warne, and here is the League One table with Plymouth back on top, Sheffield Wednesday 2 points behind, and Bolton now level on points with 3rd place Ipswich. Derby sit 3 points further back, 6 off the automatics. At the other end, Forest Green are 7 points from safety now. They've played more games than the other strugglers as well. Everyone else in the relegation zone could potentially climb out of danger tonight. And that is it from the preview show for now. Remember, you can watch tonight's game, Derby County against Lincoln City, on RamsTV worldwide, including right here in the UK. If you can't be at Pride Park Stadium, it's the best way to support your team. We'll have Sean Barker and Jamie Ward in the studio. What more could you want on Valentine's night? Join us then. Goodbye. Driven in by Sibley toward Cashin. Dobbin hits it! Wow! Well, he's been waiting for a goal at Pride Park Stadium.
Mendez-Lang with Sibley. Sibley trying to find a bit of space for himself. Ball in towards Hurahan!
Thomas went down far too easily. Here's McGoldrick. And there's the hat-trick! A clinical first half performance
performance from David McGoldrick.